This is an Icon Ministry production with the support of our ministry partners and donors.
The kingdom of God, is that what you want? Is that what you want to seek? Is that what you want to build? Is that where you want to spend the rest of your eternity? Now, when we experience the love of God, when we experience God's mercy and love in our lives, we enter into the kingdom of God. When we say yes to God, when we say yes through baptism, when we say yes in our lives through a life of sanctity, of trying to be holy. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a battle and a half to get to a place of sanctity. But once we begin this journey, we have to make sure that we stay on this journey. Because once we're in the kingdom of God, there's going to be a lot of good and there's going to be a lot of bad thrown our way. And some of the things that are thrown our way, opportunities that are given us, people we meet, some are good, some are great, some are not so good, and some are bad. But it's a life, it's a pursuit, it's choosing in our lives the things that align with the kingdom of God. Now, this is a little bit difficult because if we really want to be heavenly minded, we have to make decisions in our lives, choices in our lives that are kingdom focused. Let me give you an example. Many opportunities come my way. A lot of people ask me to do several things, and I get to speak, and I get invited to be on television shows. I get invited to do many things. One time I got invited to be on a big TV show. It was The X Factor. And this was a really good opportunity, but something inside of me thought, man, even though it's not a bad thing, this doesn't align with where God is leading me in the kingdom pathway. Again, it's not that it's bad. People who are in the kingdom, maybe this is for them, but it wasn't for me. Deep down, I knew that this wasn't right. Eventually, the director and the producer came to meet with me and said, Father Rob, please, we just want you on the show, just for the audition. So I went, I auditioned. And once I auditioned, I passed through. There were yeses from all the judges. They were impressed. And all of a sudden, I find myself on the show. When I knew from before that this wasn't for me, I was supposed to not even be on the show because I wanted to be kind, because I wanted to be good, and because I didn't want to offend someone. I ended up doing the audition, but then I ended up again after the audition on the show, and I kept going. And as I was there, even though this was a good thing, I didn't have peace about it. Something was off. And so I had to make a decision. I had to make a decision to choose what is best, the peace of God. What is best? Obedience to God over what is good, and that is opportunity. Eventually, I just couldn't bear this lack of peace. And so I stood in front of the judges, I stood in front of the producer, and I said, listen, I'm really grateful for this opportunity, but I'm going to leave the show. And they were upset, they were angry. I even had bishops call me and say, listen, why did you leave the show? This was an opportunity for evangelization. But at the end of the day, I wanted what I knew was best, and that was the peace of Christ. That was to focus on the things that I was doing, being a priest in a parish and evangelizing and doing the things that I was doing. Long story short, God bless that, because eventually, and then I get a call from the Vatican to sing for the Pope, and I got to be on platforms that I could have never imagined in my life, opportunities that I could have never imagined. But it comes from a choice. You see, when we go fishing, when we serve in the kingdom of God, we're going to have good and bad. But we need discernment to choose the good, the things that align with what is going to make us holy, what is going to make us generous, what is going to make us selfless. And Lord, let me always have the courage at the end of the day, even if I mess up, even though if I make mistakes, let me always come back to what is most important in your kingdom, in building your kingdom, but also making sure that I live a life that is holy and in obedience to you.
This production is only made possible because of the generous support of Icon Ministry partners and donors. Please go to iconministry.com/support to make a donation.